1. Hello and welcome to CadoinkStudios. I am here with BoisterousSC2. Boisterous, would you like to introduce our players today?
Sure. Up here in the top right-hand corner of Tal'Darim Altar, we have EGPuMa spawning in as the red Terran, and down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have EGJYP spawning in as the blue Protoss. And EGJYP has to be like one of the most convoluted strings of just random letters I have ever seen. Like, I know they're not random, but still, why?
Yeah,
Like
do you know what it stands for?
I don't know what JYP stands for. I know EG is Evil Geniuses.
Yeah. I didn't know that JYP was on Evil Geniuses. To be honest, I didn't even know PuMa was on. I haven't been thinking about teams lately.
PuMa got drafted after Nassel, the first NASL.
I'm sure he's such a good Terran player, man.
Yeah, he is.
And so both players are on Tal'Darim Altar. Very cool map. An interesting map for Terran vs. Protoss. Do you have any thoughts on Terran vs. Protoss on Tal'Darim?
It's one of those matchups that I just win a lot because Protoss is kind of overpowered on Tal'Darim. I'll straight up and say it. We're OP as hell. I win these matchups all the time. It's hilarious. Just splitting off. What? This map doesn't have a little back passage? That's depressing. That's like half my strategies.
Back passage?
Yeah, you know that little lowland that goes into the main of your opponent?
Oh, yeah.
Man. One of my favorite things to do is just send Colossus into my enemy's worker lines.
Well, that is definitely good for PuMa in this situation.
Yeah, definitely. He stops playing Stalkers and Colossus and basically everything else that Protoss can do. Or a lot of other things that Protoss can do.
Perhaps it's a more balanced version of this map.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
However, it is the map where the third still has the rocks. And I'm pretty sure in a couple of tournament versions, the third doesn't have the rocks, but it has 2 less mineral fields.
Oh, really?
I want to say. Yeah. That's something that a lot of tournaments did, was they substituted rocks for just less mineral fields, so you could get the base out faster, but at the same time, it would do less for you. We have PuMa dropping his second barracks in kind of a sneaky position, so I don't know, this might be a bit cheesy.
Yeah, it's definitely very interesting. Although I've seen PuMa do this sort of thing before and manage to pull back into a more solid strategy. So it'll be interesting to see if he's going for a kind of all-in play or if he's just going to go for some sort of cheeky opening and then pull back to a more reserved play. And he's going for that reactor on the barracks first, which is very interesting because something I died to a lot is a really early stalker pressure. So he's starting that before his tech lab, which he is getting on his second barracks. So if JYP goes early stalkers, we'll have to see how PuMa deals with that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be early stalkers because he still only has 1 gateway, so there's not going to be a lot of pressure coming out from JYP's end. He is just dropping his second gateway right now. However, PuMa's going to have a lot more units at this point.
Yeah, he is. With a reactor and a tech lab, he's going to have Marauders, and he's going to be pumping out Marines 2 at a time, as if he had a third barracks. And I don't know if... Let's see. He did see the reactor, so he does know that a lot of Marines are a possibility. And because of that, I would think that JYP would start to think about getting a lot of stalkers. In fact, he is putting on his third gateway. No, opted to get a sentry instead of another stalker.
Yeah, I think sentries are definitely the way to go for this map, because you can just wall off your front. I think it's 3 force fields for that wall off, though, and he does not yet have 3 sentries, which is not good. He needs to get more sentries out, and he's probably going to be doing that ASAP, because that's really the best way to defend this any sort of pressure attack like this. And there is another 2 sentries warping out. Actually, yep, there's a 3rd sentry, so it's just going to be a whole lot of sentries.
Yeah, he's going to be able to successfully hold this off. The Terran player going in with 1 SCV, a couple Marines, and a Marauder. Catching one of the Stalkers off guard, not going to be able to pick it off, but he might be able to get this Zealot. And he is running away, seeing as there are 5 sentries. This is like, whoa, no, I'm not going to go engage that. So he will be pulling back, and now he's going to have to go into a safer strategy as his early pressure did not work out.
Yeah, those sentries kind of just stopped this early pressure altogether. Sentries, pretty good units.
Oh yeah.
Mobile map makers. No big deal. Um, so yeah, we have PuMa definitely falling back. He hasn't started trying to take his expansion, and he's still making a lot of units. He also threw down his starport. So we're gonna have an interesting-ish transition. I wonder, he's probably just gonna be going for medevacs, but I always, whenever I see a starport, I kind of like cross my fingers and hope that they're gonna do like a battle cruiser rush, because battle cruiser rushing would be so fun.
Yeah. He is suspecting an attack at this point because he does have a lot of SCVs pulled off the mineral line to try to repair this bunker, and in fact, JYP is thinking about it too. He is moving in with his units, even having an offensive pylon. And he will be able to do some nice force fields, might even be able to prevent these SCVs from repairing. Yeah, 2 force fields go down on the bunker, 2 more south of it, and this is looking very bad for PuMa.
Yeah, definitely those SCVs do manage to swing around to the front and repair that bunker, though. I'm surprised JYP didn't target and just snipe the SCVs at that point. However, at this... wow, lots of force fields going down from JYP. Yeah, that was lots and lots of force fields, and they're all perfectly positioned.
Oh, wow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm at 8 minutes and 50 seconds right now.
Alright, I was like 12 ahead, so I'll just pause for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm coming up on 9 minutes right now, and alrighty.
There we go. I should be good. I'm at 9:06, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, you're about 2 seconds behind me.
Right.
We do have JYP pulling back at this time, and PuMa, feeling safe, is now pushing forward, even salvaging that bunker, and still has not gotten that command center up. So it might be going for an all-in sort of thing as he's pulling out a lot of SCVs to go with this attack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is getting to the all-in territory, because he doesn't have anything to fall back on. If he loses this attack, JYP already has a Nexus up. He's destroying the rocks to try to take his third. However, that leaves his army in a really, really bad position to try to deal with this all-in attack from PuMa.
Oh yeah, PuMa's going to be able to get right in there, putting down a bunker, even having 2 medevacs to support, stemming forward, some nice force fields going down, but only catching 2 marauders, and one of them even survives. So this is looking very bad for JYP, as he will be able to get in here and effectively shut down this expansion.
Yeah, and he is dropping those bunkers right now, and if those bunkers complete, this is bad for JYP, because at this point, that Nexus is going down. There's no hope. So PuMa might be clawing himself back into a macro game. However, it looks like he's just going to go for the throat.
Yeah, he's even floating his factory down. One of the bunkers does get finished, but his units right now are in the main, so won't be able to utilize that right now. JYP looks like he's out of force fields, or just not using them, I don't know. But a lot of his army is going down, a lot of his probes down, and finally using those force fields, but not before PuMa gets those bunkers up and gets some units in them.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy from PuMa. That was some amazing micro. That stutter step was pretty ridiculous, taking as few shots as possible. However, JYP loses the game.
Yep.
That was completely unexpected from my point of view, at least.
Yeah, it was very risky play by PuMa, but he manages to pull it off, and, not too surprised seeing as he is one of the best players in the world, but it didn't look like he was going to win for a while, so very great play by EG's PuMa. Oh
yeah, definitely.
So anyway, guys, if you'd like to check out more replays, you can go to my channel, which is at youtube.com/user/CadoinkStudios, or just type CadoinkStudios into the search bar. And if you want to see more games by BoisterousSC2, you can check them out at
youtube.com/user/BoisterousSC2.
And if you want to send him any of your replays, he does a lot of casts from the community, which is very cool. So you can send that to his email, which is at
BoisterousSC2@gmail.com.
And also check out his forum post in the BattleNet, which I will post in my description bar. So anyway, please comment, please like the video, tell me what we can do better. And yeah, we're going to be doing a tournament in the future, so would you like to give the details on that, Boisterous?
Oh yeah, sure, definitely. It's sponsored over at SC2 or SC2clans.org. We're doing the lower level brackets, so we're doing bronze to gold. So if you have 4 of your friends that are in the bronze to gold section, you can head on over and sign up a team over there. And definitely do it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be kind of a longer-ish tournament, but each team's going to have one match per week, or at least that's what I'm seeing in the schedule, or not the schedule, but just the rules for the tournament so far. So it's not going to be like the craziest, like most time-committing tournament. It's just going to be stretched out over a fairly long period of time. But just come and play to be better than everybody else, because isn't that what we try to do all the time anyway?
Yeah, it is. We're always trying to get better at StarCraft 2, continuing to play, continuing to have fun. So anyway, check that out, check our channels out, and we will see you guys later.